Hello, everybody. This is Grandpa.
And Grandma.
Welcome to episode 47 of Surviving with Grandma and Grandpa. In this episode, we're going to start our first mega build. I'm going to build a desert temple back there in the jungle somewhere. Never built one. Thought it'd be kind of cool to build one. Before we start, though, let's look at Grandma's dock area back here. We didn't see that in the last video. You want to show them what you did, Grandma?
I just added a little dock area to add to the fisherman's wharf. Let me go in and go sleep real quick so we don't bite any mobs. Stole one of the fisherman's beds. So all the fishermen are out here. And they can walk out on the deck if they want. And then this is also a good place for us to come with our boats.
Mm-hmm. Looks nice. So, we're going to pick somewhere back here in the jungle. I'm going to have to do some research. Find out where we're going to put it. I'd like a fairly decent size one. We're going to go into the wool farm to get some wool.
We got lots of brightly colored wool down here you can use.
Yeah, I think I'll use some yellow.
Got bright light blue. We've got pink.
I think I'll also get some light blue. There, I got 4 stacks of each. That should be enough. I'm going to go fly around and see if I can find a nice place I want to put it. I want it to be close to here. It's going to be between here, back in that jungle back there somewhere. I could put some of it over water. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure where we're going to put it yet. There's our little lay outside here trying to say hi to us. Hello. How are you? I think he's upset I haven't built him a house yet. I stored some things away. Now let's go out and take a little flight so we can figure out where we're going to build this thing. That's what it kind of looks from the air. Yeah, I like keep the river intact.
Yeah. There's enough space behind the sniffer reserve. And then we can go straight back.
Got more room that way. I want it to be a little bit like covered up.
Well, you don't want to get too close to the river either because it doesn't square. It meanders in. So you're better off to going toward the beach house direction versus the other way. Would that make sense?
Yeah, let me start making a path here. Makes sense. Started here on the bottom level.
I don't know where you're at.
I'm looking around, seeing exactly where I'm at here. I'm going to start laying down some walls, seeing if we can figure out what'll work. In this phase, you just want to lay down some blocks to see what'll fit, what won't fit. You can move things easily. That's why I'm using wool. It's easy to see. We have to clean out a lot of this brush in here just so we can see what's going on. See what sizes is possible. So it's a little bit exploring around. Just take your time. You get it right. Now that I'm coming to the end of the range this way, I got to decide where I'm going to turn and go the other way. I don't want to take it over the river. I don't know if I want to build right up next to the river either. We'll have to count this out and see how many exactly blocks we've used, all that. We continue to talk about it, try to come to a consensus on what we're doing.
We can make the footprint 64, and then the actual pyramid temple 8 56 by 56. That would make it a lot smaller.
We were planning on building a larger temple, but we're being kind of constrained by the land we have here. After checking all sides, we decided to start with a base of 50 by 50. We'll build the temple with inside that. So next we need to clear everything out and build a big 50 by 50 square on the ground. Hopefully it'll be flat so that we can determine where we're going to go from there. So we continue to clear the land, saving all the resources we need to help build the temple. We need stone, we're going to need dirt. So we're collecting those resources as we're doing this. We're going to flatten this all out so we have just one big flat rectangle on the ground, or a big square most likely. We had some rather large hills we had to dig out. We're just digging all this out and collecting it in our shulker boxes. It definitely helped having two of us do this. Grandma was up on top clearing out trees and brush, and also doing some digging. I'm mainly down here digging through the hills.
Mangroves are worse.
Jungles are just everywhere. I decided I wanted all the ground within the square to be grass. So we're taking out all the stone and things that aren't grass. And after a couple hours work, we were done with our base. And now it's time to start the hard work of actually designing the building. I have an idea of what most of them look like, but we're going to basically design it on the fly here. See how it comes out. It's really helpful to use wool blocks until you get a basic design in mind, and then you can start building with materials you're going to use.
It's still going to be pretty big.
Uh-huh. Now we need to come up with a wall design for our base wall. The base wall is going to go to the top of where that blue wool is at, and then the actual temple will be built on top of that. So I need to come up with a design for the wall. So we'll work on that now. First thing, that cutout at the top is the middle of the wall. And I need to have steps that go up there, so I'll need to plan that out. I'd like the total step area to be about 4 steps wide. May not use 4 steps going up, but I'd like it to be that wide, so I'm going to go ahead and plan that out. This is just a rough outline of where the steps will be, or the entrance to get up to the top, and I'll duplicate this on all 4 sides eventually. Next, I needed to clear out a little bit more space so I can design things a little easier. Now I need to come up with an actual wall design. So I'll work on that for a bit. Would like to put an arch in the top. And after thinking about the arch, I needed to make a wall a little taller than what I was going to originally. That obviously don't work there too well. But you keep working with it till you finally decide on something you want to do. I just keep looking at things, trying to make things look like I want them to in the end. So I just keep moving blocks around until I finally figure it out. I think it's about the right size for the gap I'd like to have. I'm not going to have doors going through here, but I would like to have an offset for the inside so the wall's just not totally flat. But of course, this is Minecraft, and there's always something else that wants to come out and play. Watch out, Grandma! Well, she took care of it. And looking at the wall I've built, I need to add another section so that it'll be equal on each side. Then what I'll plan on doing is duplicate this wall throughout the whole base. Hopefully it'll fit properly. If not, I may have to make adjustment to the size a little bit. So we'll just check it out and see. I tried to finalize design. I put some wool behind to show what the offset would look like, and I put some trap doors on. There's 2 rows of blocks. Let me show you how I do it. Let me show you. Here's 1 row. Another row just like that. 3 of these. 1 of those. And then up. Oh, I'm on top. 1 of these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The whole thing's 7. Same thing over here. Huh. There's 1, so there's just going to be 1 more block of that. It'll be 2 total.
No, you have to make this. If you each one 7,
Yeah, I know.
it's gonna throw it off if you do it that way.
Oh, I need. Okay, so that's 1 whole thing. So yeah, you're right.
It's up to you, but
You were right. Each group has to be 7 wide. Totally by accident, 7 wide was the exact number we needed to get all the way around the perimeter of this thing. So we just go ahead and complete the whole perimeter of this base. Once we got the perimeter done, I flew back to the base, got some blackstone. I wanted to try to set up something for those coves there on the side, little archways. So I want to see how that looked. A traveling salesman.
yeah.
So I crafted up a bunch of blocks out of blackstone so I could see what it would look like. So I first decided to try walls. I want to provide an offset for the outside so it sort of breaks it up a little bit. That leaves a gap in the top, so that's not going to work. That don't work. I figured I'd try it on the inside. So I put it up there. There runs the salesman getting chased by Grandma. As I finish the wall, take a look at it. Looks pretty good. Looks kind of neat. Think I'll use that.
All right, so that's in.
Come look at that on the other side there, see what it looks like. You just run it all the way around the inside, really. I guess Grandma wasn't chasing the salesman.
It's all right. Are those walls?
Yeah. I'll deep slate. We don't take up as much room on the inside. We'll make a nice looking little border in here, probably. So I installed the wall around the whole inside perimeter of the building.
Alright, so now what else did you do here?
I'm going to complete the inside wall.
Did you intend to leave this open like this?
What are you talking about, Donna?
When you moved it out one? Did you want that crooked like that?
Crooked. Yeah. The walls?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could add some character to it. Now that I have the inside of the wall finished, it's time to start work on a pattern for up above. We need to build the pyramid up above us. Grandma's already starting that. We're going to figure out how to do it. We decided on a pattern for the first row and decided to bring the steps down from the position they go up and bring them onto the inside from here. This will be on each 4 sides. Then we'll have steps adjacent to these going up to the top of the pyramid. I think it looks pretty nice. We continue stair-stepping levels up until we get clear to the top level we want to build. While I'm working on the top, Grandma's putting a floor in below. She's using andesite, polished andesite, I believe. It's looking pretty nice. This episode's getting pretty long, so I think we'll make a part 2 to finish the pyramid. Still got lots of work to do. We put quite a few hours in on it so far, and we've still got a lot more hours to put in. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Consider leaving a like. Consider subscribing. This is Grandma and Grandpa. We'll see you on part 2 of building the pyramid.